Hello and welcome back to the Remembering Tuscola webcast. I'm David Porter. I'm here with Mike Carroll and Bill Englehart and Bob Taylor and Alan Michener. Am I missing anybody?
Well, there's
Full
there's some.
house.
David Porter.
No, I said
Oh,
him.
okay. Yeah, you said that.
What's going on? Anything?
Hey, what's up?
Yeah. What's that? Yeah.
Yeah.
Rain. We got a lot of rain.
At about anywhere from 4 to 7 inches, based on what I'm hearing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do they have a big crowd for the Rural Life Antique Show?
It doesn't start till tomorrow.
Oh,
I saw a bunch of trailers down at the community building.
Well, they're also setting up out the mall. The Arcola has three places. One of them's the Masonic Temple, and for some reason they couldn't do the Masonic Temple, so they're going to be out there where Vanity Fair was.
Oh, really?
So they'll have that out right next to Sweet Petunia.
I need to go out and see if somebody wants to buy a bunch of junk that I got.
Well, just set the truck outside, like a fruit vendor,
Yeah.
because you need the money, Mitch. You gotta.
Yeah. Well, I took some stuff to the Christian church yesterday. They're having their annual give program, and I thought, boy, that's a real good place for me to give some stuff away to. So
Yeah.
I asked them what they did when they couldn't get rid of the stuff because they got a lot of stuff out there.
yes,
Yeah.
they do.
And they said they take it all to Salt and Light
Yeah.
after people get through it and they don't want it. Why they take it to donate it all to Salt and Light.
Yeah, we take all the bags of garbage we've got out in the garage out there.
Hey,
No,
Alan, how did the Rotary sale go?
Went real well. I think the last I saw, they maybe raised maybe $10,000.
how much did Ferguson steaks go for? Because they went and bought some steaks from Chesterville, the Amish.
Yeah, he did, and I don't remember what those brought.
Pretty
Because
big
he had
crowd.
something. He had something else with that too, and I can't remember. It was maybe the steaks and a gift certificate or something. So our Bob and I favorite place, Shady Crest. They had a couple of gift certificates for down there. I bid on those a couple times and let somebody else have them.
Now, will you bid more than they're worth, or are you one of those?
Oh yeah, all that stuff gets bid more than it's worth.
Yeah.
And that's how they make their money. And then everything is donated. Usually, I donated a gift certificate, $100 gift certificate to Black Dog because I'd been up there last week.
Yeah.
And it was a good time to buy it. And I thought, well, that'll bring pretty good money. And I think it brought $180 for a
So that's
$100
open
gift.
again. That's open again.
Oh yeah. The one there by the train station is open. The other one's closed up permanently. The one over in Urbana is closed permanently.
Didn't they have a fire there at the train station when some?
Yes, they did.
That's good food. I've always
Oh,
liked
it's really good. It's really good.
Well, it looked like you had a good crowd, and I think that you guys had a hometown ground this year for the first time.
Yes,
And I thought that looked like a pretty nice venue for it.
it was. It was very nice. I think it was a good place to have it. They've had it a lot of the times. They've had it out at Iron Horse, but of course, I don't know if that probably wasn't available. But they ended up going down to hometown grounds, and it was nice. It was fine.
Community building is so big that sometimes, depending on the event, if you put, the same number of people in a big room, it feels like, oh, it's not very well attended and it's kind of a cold atmosphere. But you put them in a little smaller room, it's a little more intimate, and it feels like, wow, that's a packed crowd. And, we got a lot of people here.
community building, not to criticize it, but for years there, they never got that PA system to work. I don't think it was squawk and squeak. It's like a high
I
tech.
think they've got it now.
Yeah,
They just bought a new one, and part of the
just
problem there is the you got too many cooks in the kitchen messing with it.
Yeah, that's probably true.
Yeah.
It's probably true. No, this young man from Paris, Illinois, did a lot of the auctioneering last night. I can't remember his name. Jimmy Clyde, I guess Jimmy. I think he had helped before. Rudy, who had usually done it after his dad had done it for years, couldn't get it couldn't get the schedule done that worked for him and worked for the club. So normally Rudy had done it in the past, but it went well. And I'm trying to think of some of the things. Of course, the Stone Quarry has been very good to Rotary over the years. They've always donated 20 ton of limestone or rock or whatever. And
you got to need it though, don't you?
yeah, but these farmers all buy they buy for ag lime, and they buy for, for their rock driveways and all that stuff. And actually this year there's a new manager out there who is in Rotary. He was there, he and his wife were there last night, and they had a couple of bidders on the 20 ton, and so they served the first 20 ton, and he stood up and he offered another 20 ton to the backup bidder. So they got about $1,200, I think, out of
I used to do a little auctioneering. We owned my family one time owned an auction house down in Sparta, Illinois, and so I used to help out, and I got to learn a little bit of auctioning, but you wouldn't want me doing it. I can go half a dollar, half a dollar, half a dollar, half a dollar, half a dollar. But we never sold anything more than half a dollar, so I didn't.
Yeah, that's the learning curve on being an auctioneer. That's the learning curve, is to understand money and math.
Yeah, that's right.
One of the jokes used to be that way back when Bergeson lived out at Parkview, and on their fireplace mantle was a big peacock, and it was plastic. And so Bergeson donated that, and it was just crap. And so whoever wasn't there, like Les Hall wasn't there, or Jimmy, somebody bought it for Les Hall or Jimmy. And so the next year they put it back in, and it was bought for whoever wasn't there that year. It went on for about 4 or 5 years. That peacock showed up every. And finally,
you're right. They did. I remember when they used to do that, but
and
I haven't seen that.
Randy said the woman who actually used to own the house at Parkview actually heard about it and showed up and actually bought it, wanted it back, missed it.
We had that down in Mount Vernon with our Kiwanis Club. We do a Christmas steal a gift, and every year there was a bedpan that got passed around, and it had been passed around over 50 years. It went from being new to being an antique.
Yeah.
You're not there, you're going to get it for $20.
Did anyone have baseball tickets?
There was some baseball tickets, and there was some Illini football tickets, and there was some basketball tickets. And that
who gives that stuff? Who gives that stuff?
The banks. A couple of them. Adkison gave some for football, I think. And I think the banks, one or two of the banks gave baseball tickets. And that real nice place down at Paris, Illinois, that everybody talks about to go down there to eat. Andrews, there was a couple of those given away, and those always bring good money. There were a couple $100 gift certificates, and I think they brought maybe $280, $300, something like that.
Gourmet restaurant. They're only open on Friday and Saturday. It's really good.
Yeah.
Good place. It's not the old Edgar County Poorhouse.
Is that where it is?
West and south of town, brick place, and they fixed it up. It's quite a deal.
Yeah.
He did Bergeson. Now Bergeson, I understand he's only about 3 weeks off of hip surgery with a cane. Did he hang on there okay?
Yeah, he did. He has I can't remember what her name is. The gal that went to Champaign that helped Brian.
Oh, Carla Rory.
Yeah. She helps do it, and she's a big help. She's done the last several years, helped with doing that. She and Randy work together and collect the money and keep track of things.
He never used to need help, but he's getting older.
Yeah, he needs it now. He's struggling a little bit. So
yeah, I watch over him all the time. Go over and see how he's doing.
Yeah,
that would help. That'd make.
That'd really help. Yeah.
Maureen's a saint. Let me just say this: Maureen's a saint.
Yes, she is.
You need to put a statue of her outside the Catholic Church.
Yeah.
Let's get the pictures, Dave.
Let's go. We're going to talk ourselves to death here, and we don't like to talk.
Just waiting on you.
No.
I'm getting a sore throat. This thing's not as quick as it used to be, is it?
That's the
No,
same. That's the same picture we had last week. That spinning wheel.
Yeah.
yeah, I don't know. A little frustrating that
Hmm.
used to be automatic, come up right away, and now we got to sit here and wait for it to pop up. I need to write a letter to Zoom
Maybe
or
Zoom's
something.
going under.
It's
I had a feeling they were.
I wonder if AI is going to take over Zoom.
they've changed something, and now it's
Here,
Takes a little while to warm up.
now
I'll
we got to
call
wait
up
on the picture to come up.
call up Claude here from Anthropic and see what's going on.
God.
Well, I tell you, I've had a couple of experience recently where I used Chat GTP and Claude was far better.
Oh yeah.
Really?
Department
Oh,
of
yeah.
Defense, Department of Defense shot themselves in the foot by getting rid of Anthropic and Claude because that's the best system there is.
Hmm.
I told you though, I want some of that hair oil that he uses.
Oh, Hegseth,
Yeah.
that's Butch Rose.
So Chat
Oh, yeah.
GTP said, I'll do this for you, but it will take a few minutes. 15 minutes later, I said, how much longer is this going to take? And then it said, well, to be honest, we're not going to be able to do it. So I went over to Claude and right away, boom, 2 seconds. It did what I asked Chat GP to do, and it did it very well.
That's when they found all the termites in City Hall.
Yeah.
This
Yeah.
is
Yeah.
God, we even had a parking meter down there.
Yeah.
mhm.
Bill McCarty wanted to build a football-shaped bank.
Yeah.
By golly, he did it.
Yes, he did.
That was a nice building.
Still is.
Yeah. They
Tuscola National Bank, now City Hall.
that walnut paneling that was in there. My dad told me the story of what they went through to get all that to match the door. So when you had a door, even though there was a transom above the door, they had to match the grain pattern of the walnut in there, and it was a pretty big deal. But it always looked nice.
It always did look
And
very nice.
that's thick real wood paneling. That's expensive.
Oh yeah, that was the good stuff.
That was the good stuff.
The old water tower,
Yeah.
uptown water tower.
And that's
What- so-
that's where it stood, right there north of the Mexican restaurant in that little lot.
So what year, you guys? What are you thinking?
64.
64. Yeah,
62 or 3.
yeah. Because Frankie Marlar died in 64. I do remember that, and
Flagpole.
yeah. Well, his flagpole, and I knew him, so
Yeah.
I remember when he died. So that tower, that water tower, was still there in the mid 60s.
Yes.
So this is a little bit earlier picture of the
There's a
same.
57. There's a front of a 57 Ford over there. Headlights, third car, and a Chevy, and a Buick, I think. Buick, Chevy, Ford.
Possibly. I can't really.
Is that
speak.
right? What do you think, Mitch? Buick?
Wait a second. I got my pictures in front of all that. I got to see if I can eliminate that picture. Yeah. There's a 57. That's a 57 Chevy and a 55 right beside it, looks like.
Mhm.
I was wondering what it says on the
Yeah.
I don't know who built the
Oh,
chest.
yeah.
Built that. I don't know who built that bank.
Oak did it.
Oak built it.
Yeah, I
Okay.
think so.
Well, there's a basement there. It's not handicap accessible, but there is a basement there.
Oh yeah.
Mhm.
I've been to several meetings down in there. That was a nice basement area.
Good place to be for a tornado.
Yeah.
Very nice for a tornado. Very cool.
Now, one of the interesting things is a house across the street. That turret is no longer there.
Well, and also that porch is no longer there, unless it's back now. But at one time, when Harold Weber lived there, he tore all that porch off of it, and and poured concrete, so it had a concrete porch, but it wasn't elevated like that. And the old, dude, that has to be in 1964 or 5 when the hospital was built.
Yeah.
Well,
That's
I was born in the old hospital in December of 64.
I think it was dedicated in 60, maybe dedicated about 65.
Well, Dr. Deaver, didn't he die right about the same time?
I think Maureen made a comment somewhere that he never got into the new hospital.
Right. He was the summer of 65, I think he died.
I think if she was going into her senior years, I remember.
Well, quite a deal, really.
Yeah. That was back when the government was under the Hill Act. They were building hospitals in small towns.
Yeah.
They had to accept charity to get their federal loan. And the bad thing is all these small hospitals that had to take charity wound up going under because they couldn't do it. They went bankrupt.
Well, basically that's what happened. Even when we closed the hospital, it was to the point that we had more public aid patients than we had private pays, and they just couldn't make it fly.
And they could not sue them. They could not force them into pay because they had to accept charity.
So, the only way to keep it going was through tax dollars. And the board at the time decided that, they were going to have to put.
The bad thing was, Mitch, and I went over to Springfield with Mark Fettig to negotiate, but the state had a daily reimbursement for patients, for public aid.
Yeah.
And we got like $350 and Champaign got like 650. And we said, no, wait a minute.
Yeah.
We're taking all the poor people down here and Champagne's getting these private insurance. This said, parents said, yeah, Champagne's more expensive. It should have been reversed.
Yes. Yeah.
So if we had a heart attack patient for 3 days, we got $357 a day.
Yeah.
Just can't do it.
Yeah.
Just can't. They just drove them out. Is that your church, Bill?
I think that's Presbyterian, but
I think it is. Yeah.
You almost got inside a church.
That must have been where I wonder if they were repairing or actually putting in the stained glass.
I think they were repairing, but
Could have been
Must have been, yeah.
grouting it or something.
I do think it's a Presbyterian church.
I do too. I think it is too.
Plus got that limestone brick.
W.R. Hall Muhammad, repairing Presbyterian, 1955.
55. Wow.
Nobody wants those stained glass windows anymore. Isn't that amazing?
No. Methodist Church has still got a whole bunch of them that came out of.
Well, they put it in storage. Yeah, they put it in storage. Looks like Gus Blesser fixing this stained glass window. Yeah, they're fixing up this thing.
The big
got
soldering iron.
Yeah, that's old school stuff there.
What do you do? Solder the side of his head there? What was that?
Wow, that's just a mistake on the. That's a damage on the negative. Some of these negatives over the years.
About him.
There was a beautiful window on the south side of the church, which was right above the choir and the organ where Ted Cox sat for so many years. On Sunday mornings, light shine through that big window. It was really beautiful window.
Seeing that stained glass, Jeff Beals was really good at putting stained glass together.
Jeff, Steve.
Or Steve.
Yeah, Steve.
Yeah, Steve was really, really good at that stuff.
Right. Ooh, this is after a fire? What is this?
This is in Arcola.
There's the Arcola Sweet Shop, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a metropolitan block next to it. So did they take this building down? Because I don't remember
Yes.
the end looking like this,
No, it was down.
but I don't remember there being
Actually,
enough room.
that's where Lindemeyer's ended up being, right there, I think. Help me out, Mike.
What are you talking about?
Wouldn't this, if this is Metropolitan down
Yeah,
in Arcola,
that was
this
Lin-
is Lindemeyer's down here on the right, isn't it?
Right.
Yeah.
That's what really caved in. That's what got them.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
That's an old picture because,
Yeah, they fixed it back up after the
Yeah.
fire. Looking north there.
uh-huh. Huh.
Yeah, it's also 1955. It says on the envelope.
This is Michener's fear of all downtowns, these old buildings. Right, Mitch?
He's not here right now. He's invisible.
Hey, wait a minute. Is that Lindemeyer's or is that where the restaurant?
That looks like where the restaurant was.
Yeah,
Go back to the first shot.
Just judging the building behind it.
I
Yeah,
think
but-
you're right, Bob.
Go back there, right there. But that,
Yeah,
what bill? That looks like the.
isn't that? It looks like it.
You know what? That is the restaurant. But I'm trying to think next to
Fountain
it.
lunch.
That certainly looks like the Metropolitan building right there.
Yeah, over here on the left is
What do you think it
Metropolitan
was?
Building.
This was the restaurant downtown.
This would
No,
be
in Arcola.
and all that.
Yeah.
So this would be the restaurant, wouldn't it?
Oh,
Yeah, I think it is.
That probably was the next block up.
At a barber shop.
Mm.
But I think this building was gone from what I remembered, but I don't remember there being even enough space there on the end to.
Now,
For a
look at
building
this
that
one here.
size.
Okay, see the building that burned? See the next building with 1, 2, 3 little windows? That's where they had the daily bread thing, the restaurant. And then that's the Metropolitan building where they had antiques upstairs.
Yeah,
This is the one that's torn. This is where the Arcola Monument now stands, the Broomcorn Palace, right?
right. So the newspaper
Okay.
office would have been in here on this side.
I
Yeah,
don't
that's
remember
where
that
daily,
at all.
daily needs or daily bread, whatever that,
I don't
that
either. I remember this.
language guy.
So this would have been Lindemeyer's then.
Yeah, but
That's funny though, in that other picture.
yeah, but no, that the block back you're thinking of doesn't have, that is the second block. Right across the street is the City Hall Fire Department.
Well, if that be
Well-
the case, that's the
Yeah,
restaurant.
No,
That was where the
across-
restaurant, yeah, you're right. That would
across
have
the
been where
street
the
from this would be Edward's funeral home. Because if that's Metropolitan Block, City Hall would be back behind over here on the left.
That's correct.
So to
I
the
don't
right
think-
across the street would be Edward's funeral home.
Hmm.
well, here's the problem you got with 4 Tuscola guys trying to figure Arcola out.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Yeah.
We're just out of our limits right now, and I
Yeah.
think
Good
I think Arcola moves their blocks around just to confuse us.
Call Rothrock.
Well, I think that brick build, I mean, with all the round top windows, the brick part, that looks like where that antique shop was in.
Right, that
that's
was
what
the
this-
Emporium.
The Emporium, yeah.
And the thing in the middle with the 4 little round
Yeah.
windows, that was the restaurant.
Right.
And I don't remember that part.
Well,
But
yeah, but that is, but.
I
what's
never
the-
ate in that restaurant because it was, my understanding is that restaurant was, if you ordered anything at all different, like no ketchup or no tomato,
Yeah. I-
they would get mad at you.
Well, the Monahans went in there one time with one of their buyers, and he was wearing one of these silk T-shirts that Tiger Woods wears, and they wouldn't let him in. They wouldn't let him in. And another time, they had a couple come in and sit, and their friends came in later, and they wouldn't let them sit. They said no. They went, yeah, they
I
were.
heard they got in a fight one time, the couple that ran.
Well, they did. I was
Yeah,
there. They shut the
Okay.
lights off one time. We were eating, and at 1 o'clock we got served at 15 till. At 1 o'clock they shut the lights off. We couldn't see anything. It was like stop.
Okay, now that building, now look at the building to your right,
I
behind
know.
the one that we're talking about.
I know.
That building is still there, and that's
Yeah.
the lady that I can't remember what her name was. She had an antique shop in there. She used to be a
Right.
school teacher or something.
Right.
So that building is to the west side of the city hall.
Well,
Well, the city,
there's a building that looks a lot like that, that is across the street to the west of City Hall, but this is not it, because City Hall would be on the opposite end of this block. This is on the east side of that block, so this would be sort of east of City Hall. The building you're talking about is across the street west of City Hall,
That's correct.
and that
You
is
don't think
not,
that's it? You don't think
that is
that's the
not that
same
building, no.
Okay. What was that lady?
Mm.
What was that lady's name? She was very well known in Arcola.
Knaus.
What was it?
Knaus.
Knaus. We played against Terry in basketball.
I don't remember.
Yeah.
Terry Canal.
Her name was Dorothy something.
Well, oh, well, that's Moody.
Yeah, Dorothy Moody's who I was thinking of.
Yeah.
She had a
Hey,
name.
Bob and I we're being rather reserved on this. We kind of got
Yeah.
our minds made up.
This
Yeah.
building back
Okay.
there, I'm not sure that building's still there, but that would be in the area of where what do they call the Mexican Community Center? There in Arcola.
The
I don't know.
Yeah. I don't know either.
Alamo. The Alamo.
Michener and I are gonna check this out tomorrow when we go to Arthur, or
Yeah.
when we come back.
Yeah,
I think the gal with antiques is a 1-story. I don't remember it being 2-story.
I mean, Dorothy Moody and I taught school with her.
yes, you would have.
I'm going to say that is where Lindenmeyer's went, I think. And
Well,
Lindenmeyer would have been over here in the Metropolitan block.
on the right side where the sweet shop is.
Yeah, somewhere, yeah. Because that's where the newspaper was. And Lindenmeyer owned the newspaper at one time. When they split off, Lindenmeyer took the insurance and the newspaper went, and so that's when the newspaper moved. And that was about, I'm going to say about 70 years ago.
Well, Mitch, you and Taylor go check this out. And
Yeah,
then
we'll check it out on our way back from Arthur.
if I'm wrong, then I was misquoted.
But
Great.
this is all gone. And so this is now the Broom Palace.
all that was there between Lindenmeyer's and Edwards basically was an alley, if you will, almost.
Yeah.
Having gone into Edwards's funeral home. Check this out because
Yeah.
I think I was
We'll give you a report next week.
okay.
We'll forget what we were talking about by next week.
That's
You
true. That is true.
You're right.
better text us.
Michener and I probably forget to go look.
Yeah.
You'll wind up somewhere down in Hugo or somewhere. Looking.
Yeah.
We might. We might.
Help us out, David.
Well, I don't have any comments. I don't think I got an envelope. I don't know if this is Kemp or Filson, maybe. It's a church, and then I think there's
The Hinesboro?
and then there's a school there.
Boy, I don't know.
Well, you know what? Hold on.
Kemp School. So I think that
So
I
Kemp,
think that's a church
back
in
up to the
Kemp.
church because it's changed so much. That's where we go to church. And this left-hand portion with that small door there, that is Kemp Church, but they've added on to the north.
Hmm.
That church has been there for over 150 years.
Let me ask you a question, Bill. Are there any photos of you inside this?
No,
We
not
keep,
that I'm aware
we
of.
keep looking for proof of life.
Yeah, not that I'm aware of.
Mike, why, some Sunday, maybe you should go there and just camp outside and wait for Bill to come out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Somebody get a picture of me.
but I've got to get up early and go find the place.
Well, we trust that you can do that.
That's not Kemp.
No.
Yeah, I'm not sure where it is. It's a,
Oh,
What the-
that's not Douglas County Garage, is it? That would have been where the new bank, where the football bank was going, if that was Douglas County Garage, but I don't know that that's it.
Just say Browns.
I can't read that. Yeah, it does say something about.
There's one of our parking meters.
yeah, there's a parking meter.
I bet you that was the building that was there where the Tuscola National Bank was, but that says,
Well, I thought it was a white clapboard building. I thought it was white stucco or something.
No, we saw a picture a couple of weeks ago, and it was a garage.
Mhm.
but it also said Douglas County Garage over the face of it, I think.
Browns. BROWS.
Yeah. Huh. I don't know.
Back, it looks like something garage. Who owned that garage, Alan?
Well, I think originally might have been part of Warren Motor Sales.
Across the street.
Well, yeah, it was across the street from where Kelsey's is now. And then later they moved over to where Kelsey's is, but I think it was originally because of the Buick oh no, that's not true. I think I read someplace where they merged. Warren Motor Sales and Douglas County Garage sort of merged because they started selling Buicks as well as Chevrolets and
Well,
that.
let's look through those back windows and see what's back there. Go in those windows.
Yeah, can't tell.
No.
I'm looking at my note and it looks like this note says Greenwood Church, right, and Greenwood School, question mark. So I wonder if that's Greenwood.
I never heard of
Which
that.
I've
Greenwood,
never heard of.
Indiana.
And then the note says Filson Church, but I don't know which is which.
I don't know where Greenwood is.
That's the Antioch Church, I think.
Yeah,
I think it is.
look at that car.
Yeah,
Hudson? Is that a Hudson?
looks like a
Yeah,
Hudson.
Hudson Jet. Looks like about a 50, 52.
they might. I don't know if they were still making them.
That makes a great hot rod. That was a favorite car to chop and channel.
Yeah, that were early 50s.
Yeah.
Maybe this is Greenwood.
Where is Greenwood?
Indiana, south of Indianapolis.
Yeah,
Well,
I've never,
that's terrific, but we're in Douglas County.
I know, but I don't know. That's just what the note says.
Out by north of USI, out by Chicken Bristle.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I thought
Okay, that's what I was wondering. Yeah, this was over.
Oh, that's by the
It wasn't
Mexican
there.
restaurant.
That's
Yeah.
the empty
Oh,
lot.
yeah.
Mexican
Yeah,
restaurant.
so back to this picture, that's,
Yeah, they're looking back at the train station back
Yeah.
there.
yeah,
Yeah.
so that would be Park Street.
That'd be at the corner. That'd be at the
Oh,
corner of
we had a big
Pembroke and Park.
Yes, it is.
You know, we had a big discussion last week about the water tower, and it is right up against the Mexican restaurant. And
Yeah.
there's this building right here.
Nice stop sign.
I believe
Yeah.
that this is the GE Moore building being torn down.
What's the sign on the side say?
Gold something. Goldie. Let's see. No, not Goldie. That's a B. No.
Austin and Son up at the top.
I can't read
I
it.
can't either.
Yeah, I can't either.
Gold something.
Unknown power.
Garage, ignition, tires.
That's the back of a coal.
That's the back of the same building, right?
I think so.
Ziegler.
Yeah,
Ziegler.
Ziegler Hickory Hill, and those must have been different brands of coal that they sold.
Harrisburg. I wonder if those were, if they had offices in those towns as well, or I don't know.
Hmm.
Coal office.
That was long before my time.
Yeah,
I don't even remember that building.
no.
Interesting building though.
Yeah.
Hayes Brothers, that's at Camp. That building's still there.
Huh.
And we used to get Michigan cherries there every year. They would get in all that good produce, you know.
Hmm.
Carter Hayes, one of the brothers.
Barry Schaefer says she thinks that's her parents' car in the front.
It's a 56 Chevy.
56?
Yeah.
Who said it's her?
Ferry Schaefer?
Well, Ferry Bell.
Oh,
Ferry
yeah,
Bell.
Ferry Bell.
Yeah.
Used to be on the county board. What kind of panel truck? Who made the panel truck, Mitch?
Who made them? Oh, I don't know, maybe early 50s. Chevy made one.
Carter Hayes was Ann Randall's grandfather or something, relation. Trying to remember. Bet that's Harold Todd.
Yeah. Isn't that right next to the newspaper office?
Well, I'm trying to remember now if this because we've had other pictures. Was this where the bakery is now, or was this on the other side building that was lost when the Strand burned?
Mhm. Well, that's not the Strand next to it.
Because that top looks different from the
I think the top's part of the old, I think the top's part of the old Save More. I think this was on the west side of Save More.
On the west
Not
side.
on the
No,
west.
not on the west side. It'd be,
That'd
I
be
think
on
it's,
the
I
east.
think it's a building between the Save More or the hometown grounds and the Review. I think it's where the new bakery building is.
I do too.
it's a Mester building, which is that's what that
That's
building
I
is.
thought that building was Duval's.
Mm,
I mean, look up above. It's part of if it's part of a larger structure. See all the above?
yeah, yeah. Well,
This-
David might be right. It might have been a building that was there where that got destroyed during the Strand fire.
Except that's not the Strand next to it.
No.
I thought they just.
It would be the Strand to the right of it, maybe.
I wonder, his wife was a
Oh, you think this is east of the Strand?
hairdresser.
Well, that was what David was saying, maybe.
Well, one side or the other, but just from other pictures we've seen.
They lived across from us in the little house
Yeah.
on Ohio Street. Yeah.
They had that brown house, didn't they?
Mhm. Yeah, they had nice.
We got investigating to do here too.
Wasn't Linda Todd in your class?
Yeah, she's in my class. And then
Well-
later on came Randy.
Well,
And there was another daughter.
well, no, in our class was Linda.
No, she's in my.
No.
No, she's class of 66.
Well, we had one of the Todds in our class, I thought.
No.
Uh-uh.
Okay, so Linda was 66. Yeah, she was assistant clerk there when I was a judge.
She married the principal from
Yeah.
Olney or.
There's
somewhere
Judge,
down
there's
there.
Judge, there's Judge Walmsley.
That's Henry C. Niles.
It's Henry Niles.
Yeah, also known as Judge Walmsley.
Yeah.
County's historian.
Yeah, he wrote the first history of Douglas County.
Yeah.
Which I think was, let's see, Eric Alexander has 1876 history of Douglas County. So this paper would be from 1901, announcing his death.
Wow.
He wasn't the world's greatest surveyor because when you go down Niles Street and you hit Scott, you got to jog.
Yeah, you do.
Yes,
That's
you do.
right.
And then we've got a lot of real estate deals down on Newkirk where the apartments are, East Newkirk, where that block is 30 feet short. If you come one direction, it's one way, the other direction, the other way. So we've had property disputes over that. Rick Marsh and I never could figure that out.
Hmm.
Yeah, I thought that's
You must be a
interesting being the
professional.
surveyor and that Nile Street named after him. And, you got to jog now, but it used to be a hard turn. You had to turn and then turn again to stay on Niles.
It was a real hard offset.
Yeah.
The Journal Republican newspaper.
Well, they were prejudiced.
Yeah, they were.
Hmm.
Look at those dirty fingers. That guy's been working in press ink.
Yeah. Well, that's why I
You know
say,
that you know how that jog got taken out, don't you? Because that's where Mike Carroll lived for a while, and he had that taken out, that jog taken out.
I had the power, buddy.
Yeah,
this is where I say, there's nothing in the First Amendment that says, the press has to be unbiased. That's where you end up with names like Republican or the Quincy
Yeah.
Herald Whig or the Belleville News Democrat. They were all political papers when they started.
Those post-Democrat, yeah. Yeah. There's
oh,
a,
B&O Depot.
is that a Pontiac and a Buick?
Yeah, looks like it. That
Plus-
one looks like about a 55 Pontiac, and then I don't know, that might have been a Pontiac too. That one that looks like it's a
That's cool.
convertible.
Douglas County Grain, the little
Yeah.
brick building that used to be there.
Clark Fullerton.
Hmm.
Yeah, this is one
That
of
was a
the,
nice building.
Yes, it was.
yeah, and this was I think the most complete picture I've seen of that building.
Yeah, it's a good picture of it.
That would have been fairly easy to keep and restore that building.
Yeah.
We should have restored one of them. Kept one of them.
Mm,
Arcola was able to keep and restore one of them. You'd think we could do one.
you'd
Yeah.
think.
Yeah,
We had-
this was a cool building too. Of course, we had 3 depots at one time.
Right. The IC depot was the nicest looking one,
Yeah, it was most remote though.
but it was very remote, Citizen,
Yes.
that's another 50s picture because that's a 52 or 3 Chevy sitting there. That was when Citizens Gas was around. That was sort of a privately held. Wasn't
Boy, Toomey.
well,
Hey.
Roy was the manager of it, but he wasn't the owner. I don't think it was. Seemed to me like one of the McCumbers was one of the owners.
That was, it was the one that was in politics over in Springfield.
Yes, yeah,
But Ray was in it also, and I think we had a lot of
Yeah.
guys in there. Amos was in there. Was Oliver Glenn there? I mean,
no, Oliver worked for a propane company
okay,
down there where John Lehman's building is.
yeah,
That's where, and Amos started working there when it was Citizens Gas. He was just a laborer, and he finally worked his way all the way up from being a ditch digger to being the manager of it.
yeah. Was Charlie Colbecker work for him?
Yeah.
Charlie
yeah.
Colbecker also did there. Yeah,
And to the right of that is Herschel Ellis's old storage place.
yeah.
You walk back into that, and you thought you were in To Kill a Mockingbird.
And these-
Boo's over there in the corner
Yeah.
looking at you. Boo, right?
These 2 buildings are still there.
Oh yeah. I don't know who owns them now. Do anybody know?
No.
First Christian Church. I mean, Church.
United Church of
Yeah,
Christ.
Church of Christ there on.
Yeah.
It's the back of it.
Tim Holt says my great grandfather built that church, the Reverend I.M. Hole.
No, I had never heard that one before.
Apparently his name is still on a stained glass window there.
Hmm.
Looks
Used
like
to
a-
go a lot of, what was it, chicken and noodle dinners that they had there for
Oh,
years.
they were great.
I think
They
the
were,
health department shut a lot of those,
yeah, but boy, those were really good.
yeah.
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 Pies,
Yeah.
noodles. That was a specialty.
That was the end of home cooking.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
Well, and they were having trouble, and they still tried to do that for several years, but they finally, it got everybody, like everybody else, they're aged out, and the
Well,
women that were doing that couldn't do it any longer.
I was on the health board back in the 80s, and I remember they tried to shut down the Methodist Church annual cookie pie thing.
Yeah.
And I was called before the board and said, "Would you tell?" I forget the guy's name, got us in trouble. About the time Dixie Trucker Home got in trouble with salmonella.
Yeah.
Well, like I said, they either quit this stuff or we're going to defund the health department. So I went and told Chris Etchison, I think was his name. I said, "Chris, you got to back off closing down like Methodist. These guys are all on our county board. They're going to defund you." He said, "They can't do that." I said, "You want to watch? You want to see this?"
Yeah. Yeah.
By law, I can do this. I said, "Well, by law, they can fire you and shut you down."
The Kiwanis is going to have their annual fish fry here.
Can they
a
still
week or
do that?
so, and they're going to go inside at the Catholic school building. Yeah.
Well, that happened their turkey dinner was ruined because they said
Yes.
turkey-
It was. It was.
And I thought, what in the world?
Yeah.
See, that's ridiculous.
That's crazy.
Yes.
Yeah.
Let's see who this is.
You know who this is?
Well,
I thought this looked
that's
like
Mrs. Kleiss, Floyd Kleiss's wife.
Yeah, and that's
Daughter. But
Alice Kleiss.
that's not Floyd, though, that I remember.
Isn't that Alice Kleiss? That is a Kleiss.
If it's Alice, she graduated in 67.
Doesn't she look like Alice?
It looks like her.
no. Is that the Catholic Church?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't remember
That's
the brick
old
looking like that.
church
Yeah, I
behind.
don't either.
And I don't remember. Oh, no, I don't remember that either.
Yeah.
See, that's where the school is now. They tore down all
Right.
that.
Right.
Huh.
So
I don't think if that's Floyd Kleiss's wife, which I think it is, I don't think that's him. Doesn't look like him.
no, according to the folks on Facebook, it's Mary Kleiss and daughter, and let's see, the daughter is Alice, but Pauline Jordan says the guy is her dad's brother, Uncle Fonz.
That's the Fonz?
Oh, that's the Fonz. Yeah.
Fonce. He worked for CIPS.
What happened to Fonz after he grew up? He became a Catholic and came to Tuscola.
Huh.
Mhm.
Well, it looks like the Fonz. Got a little belly. Well, there's probably a story behind this.
And I think they're going to confession.
Yeah, they better get in there.
Go into confession.
Yeah.
Bob's got a bad mind,
Bob-
hasn't he?
oh, yeah,
Bob's twisted.
yeah.
Bob's got a twisted mind.
That's rough.
Here he is. There's Floyd Kleiss, and he's angry. Look at that Lincoln. Is that a Lincoln?
Yeah, I believe it is, or Mercury.
Looks like a 57, 58, 56. Lincoln. Now, I don't know what that's supposed to show.
Other than it's a county map showing the
That's all the town. That's all the houses we had in the county.
I think those are schoolhouses.
Wow.
that's before consolidation in 48.
Yep.
Well, there is, and Garrett's had it right there on the north side of Garrett. There's that one.
Man, you could really have a conference basketball tournament.
Oh, boy.
If they had any gyms.
Country schoolhouses.
The
Wow.
only one that I remember is up there in Sulphur Springs, up by Chicken Bristle. That's the only one of those schoolhouses I ever even remember.
I remember some of them over
Mhm.
over by Camargo.
One of those great.
Right. Well, it'll be right here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's on the other side of the river.
Yeah.
Murdoch had 4 schools. Newman's the most educated city in the area.
They had
Sarge.
a lot of little one-room schoolhouses.
Yeah.
Not too many people still living that went to those one-room schoolhouses.
Mm.
That Villa Grove.
It looks like Arcola, Dr. What's her name down there, the Moore House.
Oh, that's on the way to Kaskaskia.
It looks like it.
I think that's what it looks like to me.
Oh,
He called it the Moore House,
Dr. Wade.
Yeah.
Dr. Wade's residence and office now. Yeah.
Homeopathic
Mm-hmm.
doctor.
Mm-hmm.
huh. That's the
Oh,
old,
that's a
that's
meat
the old
locker, isn't it?
Tuscola locker. Yeah. Myers Meat Service. I remember when that, I seen that, I can remember when that burned.
Had a nice steak fry that night.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah, but I don't like them well done and burnt. That looks like, is that Teeters up there on the truck?
I don't know. That looks like Garland
It
Stroll.
does. He was the mayor at the time, probably. Save my tech district.
Yeah.
Ooh.
That
Oh,
building still showed a lot of the remnants of that
that's the roof-
fire on
that's
the
the roof of it
inside.
looking back. That's a pretty good shot looking back north there.
Wow.
Community building, yeah.
That thing needs a little bit of neoprene roof, I'd say.
There's the old Rosie Claire building,
Yep.
3-story.
Yep.
That was a beautiful building.
Yeah, it sure did a number on the building, didn't it?
Yeah.
But that building's still there, right?
Oh, yeah.
With the new roof.
New roof. Yeah, it's got a different roof on it.
Go back one more. I want you to go back one. Look at the railroad crossing. Go back, well, forward. Look at the railroad crossing.
Oh, yeah.
Crossbuck.
Yeah.
Mhm.
That was it.
Cross Mildred. There's that house to the
Yeah.
right where they've now got storage units.
The Windsor Apartments.
These are apartments. You're exactly right.
That's where old Junior Donalds lived.
Did he?
Shorty
Moran.
Moran used to live there. I used to deliver newspapers there.
Yeah, sure. I was at the doctor's office a month ago, and I thought I saw Shorty. I wasn't sure when I came out.
No. You
He'd
didn't.
been gone a
Who
long
was his son?
time.
Who was his son?
George?
George is who I'm thinking of.
I think George is gone too.
Really?
Yeah, I haven't seen him in years.
But that meat locker building,
That's
it's
small.
painted black now, isn't it?
Yes.
It is. Very dark.
Yeah. Now see that bakery, see where the bakery building, does anybody else remember there being a skating rink in there?
No.
No.
I swear there was, and everybody else says, "Oh no, it was down there in the old
Eisner.
Eisner building."
Lots of that.
But I swear there was a skating rink in there at one time.
Well, were you smoking back then?
Yeah, they didn't have that wacky weed when I was there.
No Maui Kazawi?
No Maui style.
What year did this burn?
Looks
Yeah, I don't know. I can't tell you.
50s, late 50s.
Well, later on, I actually worked there back in the slaughterhouse part.
Did you shoot the cows?
No, I cleaned up stuff.
I got to watch them shoot the cows one time. I was over there, and they bring them up. There was a little chute there between those two buildings, and they would bring them in that way, and run them up a chute, and bring them in there, and either knock them in the head. Actually, I think they shot them.
Yeah, they did.
Knocking the head wasn't going to work.
No,
I
they
think,
shut.
Unless Tommy.
I've seen that done in the Atwood locker, and theirs was like an air gun type of.
Right.
Yeah, that changed later. So.
Like in the movie No Country for Old Men.
Yeah. Yeah, the guy used to blew the door locks off.
Yeah.
I'm not going to have a hamburger today. I'm so upset.
Yeah. That you talk about what year that was. That's an Econo. That van that was in that previous picture.
Kind of line.
They didn't start making those till in the 60s, about 62 or 3.
Yeah.
So I would say this was in early 60s when that burned.
Yeah, it looks like a Denny Dietrich crew to me, and that looks like Denny surveying from the back, taking the lay of the land.
And that
Yeah,
was the
could have been.
laundromat over on the left, wasn't it?
Yeah,
Later, yeah.
Coin wash.
yeah.
Well, you know what?
That squirter was
The
fairly new.
squirter was new
Yeah.
during that. That was a,
Well,
it was a heck of a piece of equipment to
yes,
have.
it was. Yes,
Hey.
it was.
You'll need that for your yard this spring.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's that guy that owns it? Gary
Boris
Boris owns that building now.
keeps his stuff in there.
Yeah.
Anita did keep stuff in there for a while.
Yeah. They gave it. I think they
Gary's got it.
I think they sold it and got rid of it.
Isn't that more fun seeing it for the first time here versus
Yeah.
Well,
also makes up for Goose.
I want to
Yeah.
know this Arcola deal. The boys will check it out tomorrow. I'm sure.
Yeah.
that-
Yeah.
Well, it could be. It
Have
could,
the
it
answer.
could be the second block. It could be where Viverberg was, but it certainly looked like, I agree, the corner looks like the old restaurant, the Dutch Kitchen.
Dutch kitchen.
The next block with those little arches sure look like the Daily Needs.
That was definitely the Metropolitan block. The
And
Viverberg
Alan Yoder.
was a block west.
Okay.
So the only question is that building in the back, and we're going to get an investigation by the Michener Taylor crew.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The private eyes.
The private eyes. Yeah.
I was watching C-SPAN, and every other word is we're going to investigate that. So this
There's
is
no-
going right along with it.
Well, there's no more reporters, so we have to do it for free. We're
Yeah.
public service servant.
Well, we'll have boots on the ground, so we'll be able to check it out.
Well, you may recall
You
that
guys will not get out of your car. Don't give me that crap.
you may recall that I
who do
owned the
drive-by?
Arcola paper for a while when the Metropolitan block was torn down, and I went in there and salvaged a lot of woodwork out of there.
Now, David, I gotta say, this is part of my confusion. The Viverberg building was at the east end of the Metropolitan building. And it
No,
collapsed.
it wasn't. Viverberg was a block west.
Not Viverberg, insurance.
Right.
Lindenmeyer
Lindenmeyer.
building was at the east end of the Metropolitan block. And the roof fell in. And I remember going out looking at it. The brick was old. The roof trusses were old. If that fire destroyed that and they built it back new on that end, I'm just having trouble because
They built back the corn palace there next to the
no, but I'm saying
Edwards.
Viverberg is the one that caved. The insurance is the one that caved in. But
Yes.
if in fact that was destroyed by fire back then, what they built back should have been sturdy and not fallen in a few decades later.
Mm.
So I'll be listening. I won't even be able to sleep this week waiting for the report from those two idiots.
Yeah.
Cheech and Chong will drive through Arcola.
We'll have
See so much smoke
ChatGPT write up a report.
smoke coming out of the windows. They're going to get arrested for
Well,
public cause.
you, Miss Taylor said we'll have Chat GPT write a report and let you know
Yeah,
about it.
there you go.
No, I would use Claude. Hey, Claude.
Yeah, Claude. Yeah.
Yeah.
It'd probably take me too long to find.
David, show him your book cover that Claude designed. Do you have it?
Well, I was trying to find a picture of the Metropolitan block when that wall collapsed.
Okay. That may save these two guys having to veer off course. They'll get lost.
No, we still got to verify it.
Yeah, we got to now.
Verified.
Well, and
Verify, but trust, but verify.
it would probably take me too long to find anyway.
We're not doing anything. We can tell stories.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Hey,
We're
Bob,
still-
tell us about the basketball game because I didn't. At the end, what happened? Should we have won the game or not, or was it nip and tuck all the
You
way?
always should win.
it was close all the way.
Were they as
We
good as
should've-
us? Were they
I
as good
think
as
we
us?
should have won. We should have won.
We were a little bit better.
Last night's game down there was a humdinger.
Who was
between
that?
Casey and Lawrenceville.
Okay.
At halftime, Lawrenceville was ahead 10-9.
Oh, there you go.
Are they
Man,
ball control or are they just cold?
Both
Casey
Oh,
could
10-9.
didn't
10
he?
to 9. Casey did not score in the second quarter.
Oh, geez.
The game ended up 30-29 Lawrenceville.
I'll be darned.
Now, way back in 1960, I think it was, when Harry Forster was the coach, he
He was in the 50s.
Preston Brown.
There's your one lunch.
Yeah.
no, whatever year, when was he? Oh, okay.
Hello.
I got that, Bob.
On the podcast.
Hi.
We need.
Yeah, we're still
Huh?
recording.
Grandson wanted him to take you to lunch.
What's that?
Who's going to pay? Grandson?
I have
No. No, Grandpa's always
yeah.
pay.
It won't be too long.
Grandpa's always pay.
I'll call you.
Damn, I've got a big lot of activity going on outside my house. I see my neighbor just bought a new car, and I see Bob's Super Service towing it off, and it's a brand new car.
Yeah, I hope it's not electric.
I don't know. It looks like I don't know what it is, but it's
Okay, so what was the question, Mike?
It was the year he was fired. It was his last year, and it could have been 59 because I remember Steve Allison, Forster let all the seniors go. He said, we're going to do a building year, play younger guys.
Yeah.
That may have been 59. But anyway, they played Mattoon, and Mattoon had this guy, 6'5", Dave Ping. We were going to get beat by 100 points. He had Dave Thody dribble the ball the whole quarter and then trying to take a shot at the end. At halftime, it was like 6-2.
wow.
And every quarter,
Yeah.
he tried to have Dave Thody just dribble around the court like that. Just the only way they could stay with Mattoon. But I remember reading about that game.
Really?
Didn't Champaign do something like that
Well, they played
with
slow ball.
Billy Houston?
Billy Houston played center.
Yes, and he was
5'8".
at 5'8".
But I think Caboodie played a control ball thing anyway.
He did.
I remember Clyde the Glide Turner played for him. Great player, went to Minnesota, but they said after every defensive play, they'd hold up a big board showing where Clyde should be. Wasn't that smart, but boy, he was a good basketball player. Billy Houston, he played center, and he would guard these 6'7" guys, and he'd just always be pulling on their jock and everything. It actually was fairly effective.
Yeah.
Caboodie was.
That would be. It would be.
It would get your attention.
I played my freshman year. We played Casey, and they had a guy. Could have been my freshman or sophomore year. They had a guy. I forgot his name, but I hit about 2 shots in a row from the wing, about 15 feet out. And on my third jump shot, I went up. He grabbed my pants and pulled them down as I went up for the jump shot. And I came back down to the earth and I looked at him, smiled. He had no teeth, and I started laughing. I forget that guy's name, but he actually put my pants down on the way up. It's a fairly effective defensive move.
Fairly effective, yeah, I think it would be.
That Altamont game, it was kind of interesting how it all panned out because Kurtz did not score. He had 5 points at the half. He didn't score until about 3 minutes left in the
Did
second.
you double him or box him or anything?
They tried. Yeah.
Yeah.
But we were down 1 at the end of the half.
Who kept us in?
Musgrave.
Good.
Did. And so then they were 5 out of 6 from 3-point in the first half.
Mm.
And they did not shoot any 3-point shots in the second half. I think we ended up maybe 4 out of 18 from 3.
Oh,
So we got cold.
But we got beat at the free throw line. They had 5 more free throws than what we had made. So, but it was still one of those games where if we hold the ball and only
Yep.
shoot a layup, we win the ball game.
Yeah. Okay, here we go. I think that Bill and Bob are right, and I think Mitch and I are wrong, and I'm going to admit it. Mitch is not big enough to admit it.
Hey, Bob.
No, he's not.
All
You never.
Bob, get this
I learned
on
on
tape.
But
I
anyway,
learned that from you, Mike. Never admit defeat.
we're Trump. We got that from Trump. Double down.
Yeah,
Everybody else. It was a flawed photograph. It's that damn paper against me.
Yeah.
But there's the Daily Needs. Daily Needs has a little roof over it. But there's those, see those windows above and top?
I see them.
It looks, I didn't realize this next block was exactly the same way.
Same way.
Go down to the next block, David. Slide west. Slide west. Now, right there's the same windows. That's what I was looking at, were those windows there. And down below,
Well, if you go in the next section, it's the same design building.
so that's where the fire was.
Well, no. Well, that's Petty's office in there somewhere at one time.
Right here on the
Yeah,
corner.
right on the corner.
Chittick.
And
So,
right back there's that building at the
yes,
time,
it is.
the restaurant.
Yeah.
Go on, slide down.
No,
Yeah,
this is,
Next
yeah,
block.
that's one point now.
yeah, not the little garage.
no.
The old
Yeah.
IGA, the old grocery store back there. Yeah, you're going down. Yeah. Going down a little bit more, David, east. Yeah, that's what's
Whoa.
good too.
Yeah, Bob, we were right.
Of
Well,
course,
I think before Bill dies, he ought to be right once.
I think what I don't understand is that white building. So this metropolitan block went all the way to the alley there.
Is that
So
the,
where was that white building?
is that,
Mhm.
I think?
What white buildings you talking about?
I don't know.
Well, the sweet shop.
Oh, you're talking in between? Yeah.
Yeah,
On
there's,
the other side, you can't see it by the Opera House is blocking it.
yeah, going down to the next block. Yeah, there is that
This is that building you were talking about.
Moody.
Yeah, yeah,
That's the
you're
furniture
right.
Store.
That's that Dorothy, whatever,
Dorothy Moody.
Moody.
Dorothy Moody building. That's the one I'm talking about
Yeah.
there.
So are you saying that?
And there was
that
a restaurant right there on the
That's the
corner.
restaurant.
this
That's
was this is the Yoder's
Dutch
restaurant.
kitchen or
Yoder's
whatever.
that, yes, a Dutch
Is that where
kitchen.
the sweet shop was?
No,
Oh, that was before the Dutch kitchen. Yes, that was their Gus's down there in Arcola.
well, but I thought
Way
it was
back.
over.
You think it's way
This
down here?
building's blocking it.
I thought this was their Gus's right here on the corner, but maybe not. They had a sweet shop.
You know who owned that? That was Larry Bushu's dad.
Oh, Mr. Bushu. Yeah, but look at those. The windows are almost the same right there as down at the red brick.
Except they've
Well,
got these little
window.
squares on
I think
top.
it's down.
So where was their lodge? The lodge was up on the second floor. Was it in that block or was it in the next block to the east?
Down here. I think it's to the east.
It's to the east.
It was
in
a
that
building-
tall building across on the south side of the
It was a
street.
building restored by, who's the guy that did all the restoring down there? Otto?
Yes.
Otto saved about 3 or 4 buildings, and I'm going David go east a little bit, and I think he saved that big building with the lodge. That tall one, I think he saved.
Yeah.
And if you go left, if you go back west all the way to the first block, keep on going west, keep on going.
He saved that building
He saved
too.
that building right there on the corner and did a wonderful job, those 2 buildings right there.
Yeah,
Did a
yeah, he
wonderful
did.
job. Beautiful.
Well,
Yeah.
this Opera House building is not original to Arcola. This was
Right.
given to them by another city, and that
Yeah.
facade was put on there.
Yeah. But he saved that, and then that's Petty's law office right there on the corner, which Chittick's got it for sale now. They're closing a bunch of offices. They're gonna start doing retinopathy, laser surgery and cataracts and stuff.
So
Hmm.
I think I was wrong because I want to show you on this other picture.
I will admit to doubt because I couldn't figure out if that was Lindenmeyer's and it burned. Because Lindenmeyer was old when it caved in. You know, it was old brick and old timbers.
Yeah. That wall collapsed.
Yeah, it did take Arcola about a year and a half to tear it down. I don't know what took so damn long.
Well, I do.
What?
Yeah, the kid that owned that building, I can't think of what his name is. He used to work for Gordon Adams, and he did a little bit of. He tried to get into contracting on his own, and he was the owner of it. And he didn't have any money, and he didn't have any insurance, and so they couldn't go after him because they wouldn't do any good. But it was in litigation for a long, long time, And and then finally the city realized the only way they're going to get rid of it was they were going to have to step up and take it down.
Speak well.
Okay, so are you seeing the sweet shop now?
See, Bill,
Yes.
Bill,
Yeah.
sweet shop.
So,
Sweet
so
Got
you
it.
see
That's what we said.
these arch windows have these little
Corbels, they're called corbels.
over the top of the windows, and then you got a little. So this is not the Metropolitan block. 'Cause
That's
if you
limestone
go-
corbels. That's what threw me off. If you go
'cause
back,
if you go back to that
they also have
other
limestone.
picture,
The Romanesque rounded windows. They're very expensive to get glass for. Mitch could do it. He could bend glass.
Yeah, yeah.
you can
See, they
see
actually, see
you
what
can
they
see
did.
that these windows here have those
Corbels.
corbels, whereas the Metropolitan block does not.
Look what they, yeah, they've got little, look what they did to the Mitch. Look how they solved their rounded window problem.
Oh yeah, yeah.
They boxed it up.
So
Yeah.
They had corbels
what was
too.
throwing me off were these arches on the first floor.
Yeah.
Very similar, but apparently they. So I think this is where the sweet shop was where Yoder's kitchen was.
I think the kitchen was in the east side of that.
Yeah.
And then the sweet shop would have been on the left.
So
I've
that
been
building,
I've been in that sweet shop. You guys have too, haven't you? I remember
No.
being right there.
I
No.
don't remember it. No.
so that building, so Alan would be right that building with the furniture
there.
in it, that is that building across.
Yeah.
So City Hall would be right over here to the right.
Well, I was partly right. Couldn't
Yeah.
figure out how Lindenmeyer's could fall down, and Alan was partly right on that building. So we weren't totally wrong, Alan.
Yeah, that's
That's
right.
City
That's
Hall.
right.
Oh, gee, man.
We were critically
Sounds like a
thinking.
lawyer, didn't he?
We were critically thinking. We're analyzing. We're honest and open to any of the truth.
That's right.
You're being
That's right.
transparent.
Being
Bill-
very transparent.
Donald.
Bill just showed me a news flash that Christy Nome is gone.
Christy's gone. Yeah. Well, that's right.
Replaced.
Okay,
She got
so I
too
was
much
wrong.
attention.
I was
I
wrong.
think
on
I
that
dated her.
building.
I think I dated her back before Botox.
Man.
She wasn't too bad to look at.
No, she wasn't.
Well, you think that influenced Trump when he picked her?
Could possibly have done. Could possibly have done.
That might be part of
Part of the interview process.
Yeah.
You're hired.
I only have a grade school education. I don't care. You remember there was probably shouldn't say names on. There was a local businessman, single guy. You're all going to figure it out, but he put an ad out for a secretary. He was about 70 years old.
Oh, I know who it is.
Yeah.
Yes.
And he said, "No typing skills necessary. Send photo."
You know, he's talking
Yeah.
about- yeah.
Yeah.
You know, I never could understand how, and she was as nice a lady as was around.
Yeah.
I never could understand how Nancy Smith worked for him.
I don't get it.
I never did get it.
He wound up marrying this one young one, you know.
Oh, yeah.
The story is Budge McCown says he walked up to him one day and says, "You know, you're 70 some years old. She's 25. Active sex, you know, you could have a heart attack, you could die." He goes, "Well, if she dies, she dies."
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
We had some characters. We had a few characters back in then, didn't we?
Yeah.
Yes, we did.
Oh, yeah.
He's still on the air.
No, we've been off for 20 minutes.
We are still recording.
Oh,
Okay. I take that back.
Yeah.
we might get top billing over Kirk Rogers.
Yeah. Well, this is a hint. This is a hint. If they would just record before and after, it's a lot better than during. So you got a taste of our after.
Yeah.
So I should tell you that we stopped recording, then the show will get better, is what you're saying?
Could be.
More controversial.
More
I would
controversial.
say, we're no better than any other podcast. We can just say what's on our mind without fact checking. Nobody cares anymore.
That's right.
Just shoot it.
Nobody to fact checked us.
Wait, is
First
that
and I are the fact checkers.
Yeah.
Perception is reality.
It's the Wall Street Journal.
Whoa, okay. Well, Wall Street Journal says it.
Well, this morning there were hints of it. They said there's a lot of talk, and Trump was going to different people and asking, should he let her go?
Well, it's his decision.
Yeah, but he
He didn't ask me.
back
He didn't
up.
ask me about Iran.
He's wanting backup.
Yeah.
Well, he appointed some pretty weak people there. He had some loonies there.
Well, she got in a little trouble yesterday. They asking about her airplane having the bedroom in it, and
Yeah, with
Oh,
Lori
yeah,
Lewandowski.
yeah, with their
Well, you got
bodyguard.
a surgeon general who was never a doctor.
Yeah,
And,
but he's eating a whale head.
But
that's not the one I'm talking about. That's
but he played one on TV.
Yeah, he was stuck at a Holiday Inn. He did cocaine.
I'm talking about the
Off the
woman that was
toilet.
Oh, you're talking about that gal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. Well, you don't have to be a doctor to be a surgeon general. You have to be a doctor to be a surgeon. You got
Well-
somebody coming in? Are they
No.
holding your car now, Mitch?
No. I just think it's funny because I know he just got that car.
Shouldn't you run
And all of a
over?
sudden- then all of a sudden I see the tow truck over there towing it away.
Well, don't give the brand. I'm not going to buy it.
Yeah.
all right. Well, anything else before we get ourselves in trouble?
But we're already there, I think.
There's a funny movie called A New Leaf 23 years ago. Elaine May and Walter Matthau. And he's this rich guy, and he bought a Ferrari in New York City. And all the scenes of him, he's in his Ferrari with a white helmet, and it pans away, and there's a tow truck always driving around town. It never runs in the whole movie. It's constantly being towed. And there's a scene with guys in white coats with stethoscopes listening. You think it's a hospital? It's the mechanics listening to his Ferrari engine going, we don't know what this is. It's a great movie if anybody hadn't seen it. A New Leaf. David, I think as long as I get the last word, I think we're done.
Yeah.
Say something so I don't get the last
no,
word.
that's all right. Go ahead. It's
So
all-
do we still need to check in tomorrow?
What do you mean?
I want you to check it.
We will.
I do. I
Those
want you.
those photos could have been photoshopped.
That's true.
Yeah.
It could have been AI.
Claude could have moved those.
Yeah.
David's
Sure.
been messing around with Claude, you know.
Well,
Is that street
I
runs
took
north
the
and south?
aerial the aerial photo we looked at. I took that photo.
Hey, Bob,
Yeah.
the north and south street, check that out and see if it's Oak Street.
Okay.
You remember that
Okay.
now because I probably won't remember.
Yeah. Well,
And then while you're
it's
down
free.
there, show your spirit and go through the Corn Palace and tell us about it. I've never been inside it.
I haven't either.
Why don't you go through it and see if you can get us a broom or something?
Does it cost money? Does it cost money to go in?
Oh, that's the end of
No.
that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that'd be the end of that.
You're right.
Dave,
Yeah.
does it cost money to go in the Corn Palace?
No.
There you
No?
go.
Okay, well,
What's the report?
you
I
know,
think-
senior citizens on a fixed income, we don't want to just be throwing our money away.
Well, no, but you know, $1 million a year should go a long way, Mitch.
Yeah.
So hang on, I'm looking for one more photo to show.
Well, we're about out of.
Gas.
You got any
Not
stories?
out of story.
No, I think we've got plenty of gas, you know.
Well, it got towed away. Maybe he did. Maybe he put some diesel in there instead of gas. You know, they
Maybe.
gotta go drain.
Hey,
it.
what's the price of gas today? You checked?
I got filled up yesterday. It was 369. It's up about
360.
Three-
No.
269
Yeah.
at Casey's. Are they going to tear that building down or try and pick it up and move it?
I have no idea. I
Looks like a
thought
pre-
maybe
looks like a
somebody,
pre-
yeah, they got all, it looks like they got their pumps out and they're working on the tanks and all that, but I
Well, they
don't know.
stripped the outside. It looks like it might be a mechanical prefab. They just pick up and truck away. I
It's
don't know.
possible, yeah.
Huh.
I think it's what they call red iron building. I don't think it's, I don't know, maybe it was, but I'd heard somebody somebody else might have bought it. I have no idea what for, but
Call it township.
yeah, a township building.
Just kidding.
Well, they certainly don't remember the old Cybold florist being there, do they?
No, they don't.
No, they
They've
don't.
bought in that, and when they bought that, they wanted it was too small actually, and they wanted about 20 more feet. There it is.
Oh, that's a great picture.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's after the wall fell.
Yeah.
Yep.
See those corbels up there, Dave? Go back to that.
Yeah.
There's limestone, the whole arch, and the corbels.
Well,
That's
no, they did have some.
That's expensive stuff.
Yeah.
Nobody does that anymore.
I had some Rosemary Newsel Cox out there at Patterson Springs had that place.
Yes.
And she wanted storm windows made for that. And I was able to find a company that would make Gothic wood storm windows with Gothic tops.
But those cost $10.
Yeah, they did long time ago. And
That's a
but
beautiful house. They
Yeah.
couldn't sell that. If they ever sold that, it was for sale for a long time. Never.
no, I don't think they ever sold it.
It's a great architectural design.
It was, yeah.
You live there?
Mary Lee and no, they
They
They-
live over Newman.
live in Newman now on the farm, I think.
Yeah.
So that house is empty?
As far as I know, it is.
No, I don't. I know they didn't sell for a long time. Maybe it's sold since.
It might be. I haven't. I see Kim about once a month because we
Yeah.
have meetings together, and I'll ask him, but I don't know for sure what happened. But they stayed on the farm. He and Kim, or Kim and Mary Lee stayed on the farm, and then. But they had it as a bed and breakfast for a while, which you would have thought might have been
Yeah,
pretty neat, but it never went over, I guess.
Kim is a great guy, you know.
Nice, yes. Both of them are nice.
And Mary Lee, they're both
Yeah.
sweet,
Yeah.
and they like that kind of. They like history. They're very sentimental.
Well, Kim's very knowledgeable, especially Civil War history. He's really good about that.
Who else
I think
is-
I think he's president now of the museum, Douglas County Museum now.
Who else is really? Dana Trimble was really big in that, wasn't he? Or
Dana, no, not Trimble. That's not the right
Dana-
name. Dana Hales.
Dana Hales? Yeah.
Yeah, Dana passed away.
Well, everybody I mentioned's passed away. What's going on?
I don't know. Well, Dana's he's younger than, well, he and Kim are both younger than you and I.
This was the
Good.
night the wall fell.
Yeah.
It looked
Wow.
it looked like the whole building could go. To be honest with you,
Yeah, I did.
they lost some structural support there. They closed off the street, didn't they, for about a year?
Yeah. It was closed off for
Oh,
a long time.
they had a problem with, that was a bone to pick within the city.
This
You know,
was-
they probably
Stayed like that for a long time.
They probably could have gone into court and while they did litigation and asked for an order to tear it down as dangerous, and they probably could have torn it down and litigated the money thing later. But
I've
Well, I
got-
don't know what they ever did on the money thing because, like I
Okay.
say, the guy, my understanding, the kid that owned it at the time when it went down, he didn't have any insurance on it, and he didn't have any money. So
I
what he
think-
got? He can't get blood out of a turnip.
yeah,
This is
Well,
I got to use my big flash on this picture.
actually, that's a good photo, Dave.
Yeah, I get to use that flash about I think I've used it 3 times in the last 10 years.
So this is Mitch's number 2 reason to save old buildings. They burn
Yeah, right.
and they fall down.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Another Galena, like I say, is still standing, but they spent a ton of money up in Galena on them.
Yeah.
They've stabilized them.
So, all right. Anything else?
Enjoyed it. It was
Yeah.
fun.
Another good
Yeah.
week.
We'll see you next week on Remembering Tuscola.